What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Water Juice channel, and welcome to something special for you guys that I have planned for today's video. In today's video, we are going to be starting a rebuild, but not just any old rebuild that people do on Madden every single day on this platform. We are going to be doing a very, very different and special rebuild on Madden 21. And now you may notice, or you may not notice, this Madden is on the PC. And there's a very, very specific reason that I'm playing Madden on the PC and not Madden on the PS5. One is because I don't think the Madden on the PC's gotten the next-gen update yet. So the movement is still decently good for me. I don't know how I feel about the new movement. I know everybody likes it. I'm just in the weird minority of not liking it. It doesn't feel as smooth and as fast as everybody says it does, at least to me. But that's just me. So we're on the PC, but that's not the reason we're on the PC, is just to get the old version. We are, because I could have just been on PS4 for that. But we are on the PC because we are doing modded Madden. That's right. Modded Madden. Wow. And what I mean by modded Madden is we are going to be doing a retro Miami Dolphins rebuild series here on the channel. That's right. I know. Hold your breath. No longer. I have told you. You can exhale. You can be shocked. You can clap. You can applaud me for bringing this to the channel. Now, this is not by any means my original idea. And the files that I have here are not my files. I didn't make any of this stuff. I've gotten the inspiration from well, he's not my good friend because he doesn't know I exist, and he doesn't know me. But C4 on YouTube, I watched one of his videos, and if I remember, hopefully I do, I'll link his channel in the description, and I'll link the video that I watched that inspired me for this in the description down below, so you guys can go show him some love, because he really inspired me to do this whole rebuild thing. On his channel, he does a flashback rebuild series. I think he's doing the Raiders, and he's doing a flashback series where he goes and takes a roster of Madden from, I think he started back in 2009 because he wanted to do Jamarcus Russell, and he wanted to rebuild the Raiders throughout the years with the draft classes and stuff after that point. So I was like, that's a really cool idea. So I went to his community Discord and I got all the files that I needed, and we're going to be doing a retro Dolphins rebuild, because everybody knows that back in the early mid-2000s up until just recently, the Dolphins have been kind of hot trash. And I can say that because I'm a relative to a Dolphins fan. So my brother is a Dolphins fan. So, and that's weird because I'm a Patriots fan. But I can say that. So the Dolphins have been garbage. They've been straight garbage for most of the 2000s, all of the 2000s basically. It was sprinkled in a couple of wild card appearances here and there, but they've mostly been utterly trash. So we're going to be rebuilding the Miami Dolphins in the heart, the beating heart of that garbage run, 2005. That's right, you heard me right. 2005 is the year that we are going to be starting this retro rebuild. And we're starting in 2005 mostly because the 2002 roster that I tried to load up didn't work. It wouldn't, like, once I exit out of the franchise and tried to go back into it, it would, like, freeze and crash the whole system. So I loaded up 2005. It worked. So we're going to be doing 2005. That's the earliest I can go back to. So, and plus, it's a benefit because 2005 is my favorite Madden. Madden 2005 with Ray Lewis on the cover. I think it's the first year they introduced the hit stick, or the truck stick, I think is what they called it at the beginning. But it's my favorite Madden of all time. So it's fitting that we're going back and playing the roster that was in Madden 2005. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Make sure to smash that like button, hit the notification bell and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and let's play Madden 2005.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports! It's in the game!
Madden NFL 2005.
All right, here we are back in the main menu for Madden, and this is obviously Madden 21 on the PC. I got the Xbox controller right here. You can see it. We are on the PC, and let's get into this Madden 2005 retro rebuild. Now, I'll explain more as the video goes on. We are going to be starting in 2005, obviously, and then we are going to be not playing. It's not going to run like the Bills and the Bears series did. We're not going to play 3 games in a series and then or in a season and then play all the playoff games and stuff, because frankly, we're not going to be good enough to get the playoffs in the first place, because this Miami Dolphins team is literal garbage. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing just some moments, maybe here and there throughout the season. We're not going to make the playoffs anytime soon, so forget about playing the playoffs. And we're going to be drafting the whole series. Excuse me. The whole series is basically built on the draft classes. So the off-season videos are the most important videos to watch, because that's when you get to see the next year's draft class come in and be on the roster and stuff. And this is not going to be realistic. I'm not going to draft the exact players that the Dolphins drafted in real life. If let's say, since this next year's 2006, let's say Reggie Bush is there for me to take, I'm going to take Reggie Bush. I'm going to take players of need, because I need to rebuild this team. And this series is going to go real quick, because the main videos are the off-season videos. I'm gonna play some games, maybe here and there. I'll play some full games. Maybe I'll show you highlights of games and stuff. But it's gonna run quickly, because the main part of this is the off-season videos. So getting into the roster, you can see we have the 2005 roster here. AJ Feely. This is gonna be a rough rebuild if we got AJ Feely as our highest rated quarterback. We got Gus Frerotte, Sage Rosenfels. Oh my god, this is gonna be bad. We've got Ricky Williams and Ronnie Brown, which are some key pieces to this. It's gonna be key that we have Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams as our running backs, because we can build around Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams. I know Ricky's 28 and 79 overall, so he's not gonna be a building piece for very long, but Ronnie Brown's a rookie. Ronnie Brown is a rookie, so we have a chance to build around Ronnie Brown. We got Lamar Gordon, Sammy Morris, and Travis Minor as well. You may notice that a lot of the lower end players in the draft classes say free agent, and that's just because the people who made the draft classes needed to fill out the class with a bunch of players, and they just named them all free agent, and they're like 57 overall or something. So if you see a lot of that going on in the bottom half of the rosters and stuff, that's why. And also, you can see that Ronnie Brown has his real picture. That is his real in-game portrait from, I'm assuming, his rookie year. I don't know when this was taken in Madden, but they imported the in-game portrait from a Madden game into Madden 21. That's mainly why we're on the PC. That's like that for a lot of players. Randy Moss, Brett Favre, Peyton Manning, all those guys have their in-game portraits. So you'll see that as we go through. This video is not going to have any gameplay or anything in it. This is just introducing the series and showing you the 2005 rosters and stuff and explaining what's going on, basically. So moving on to fullback, Rob Conrad, Heath Evans. Wide receiver, Marty Booker, Chris Chambers, who I'm a big fan of. I like Chris Chambers as a player. David Boston. I like David Boston as well, obviously, because he's a Buckeye. Wes Welker as a young player who hasn't been on the Patriots yet. If people don't remember that Wes Welker was on the Dolphins, he started his career on the Dolphins before he went to the Patriots. Then we got Darius Thompson and Brian Gilmore as well. This wide receiving core is going to need some work. That is for sure. We are definitely going to have to overhaul this receiving core. Then we got tight end Randy McMichael, Donald Lee, Ed Perry. So the tight end core is good. This whole team's going to need some overhaul. Vernon Carey, and Damian McIntosh as our left tackles. Damian Cook, Geno James or Geno James. I don't know how to pronounce that name. That's god-awful as well. I didn't mean to click that. I don't know why it's being so slow. It was working fine earlier. Just back out. I don't need to see this. Stop being so slow. It's a good thing there's no gameplay in this. All right, can you please work for me? Come on. Come on, we ain't got all day, Madden. I know you're working. There you go. There you go. Now you're back into it. Okay. Center, Seth McKinney and Wade Smith are our center. Our offensive line is just bad. It's bad. Rex Hadnett, Taylor Whitley, and Stalker McDougal. What kind of name is that? Stalker McDougal? Stalker McDougal. Is this a real guy? Hold on. I'm going to go on my phone. I'm going to check and see if this is a real guy. There's no way that this is a real guy. Stalker no way. There's no shot. This dude is real. That's Stalker McDougal right there, boys. There he is, playing on the Dolphins. Oh my God, that's amazing. I had no idea that man even existed. Wow. Stalker McDougal, bro. John St. Clair. What a name. That's a Hall of Fame name right there. Vonnie Holiday, David Bowens as our left ends. Oh, God. Did I just see what I thought I saw? David Bowens is a 49. This is going to be bad. Jason Taylor, good building piece, 8-year pro. He's a little bit older at 31 years old. It's going to be a little bit rough to build around him since we're already so high into his career, so late into his career. But he is 88 overall. Maybe we could trade him. I don't really want to trade him. He's one of my favorite players. Then we got Matt Roth, rookie out of Iowa. I loved Matt Roth coming out of college, man. Playing these games, I love Matt Roth. Kevin Carter, Keith Traylor, Jeff Zagonia. Zagonia? Larry Chester and Kevin Vickerson are the defensive tackles. Donnie Spragan, Eddie Moore, Brendan Ian Badejo. I don't want to. I butchered that. I don't know how to pronounce it. Zach Thomas, also later into his career at 32 years old. He is a very, very, very solid linebacker, but we may need to move on from. I hate to do that, but Channing Crowder. Wow, that is a name I haven't heard in a long time. Junior Seau, also late into his career. R.I.P. to Junior Seau. He's one of my favorite linebackers of all time. But he also came into the Dolphins a little bit late into his career. 36 years old. Corey Jenkins. Sam Madison, again, old. 31, not super old. 31 is not old by any means in real life, but in football terms, 31 is a little bit past the time, especially in Madden, when it's going to regress. So, I mean, we got Reggie Howard, we got Mario Edwards, and Travis Daniels, and Will Poole. Lance Schulters, Traverse Tillman, and Chris Akins, and then Tabucky Jones. Tabucky Jones, man. I have not heard the name Tabucky Jones in so long, bro. That's crazy. Jeremiah Bell as well, and then Olindo Mare and Matt Turk. So if you're understanding a little bit about this roster, all of our best players are old. So this is going to be a serious youth movement, basically. Our best players are all in their 30s, except for Marty Booker. And then we got Chris Chambers at 79. So this is a challenge. This is a serious challenge. I showed the draft picks. We have 2 first-round picks, and that's because these picks are the 2021 draft picks, obviously. So we have Houston's pick from the Laramie Tunsil trade, I'm pretty sure. And then we have our own first-round pick. So I'm not gonna change anything like that. We're gonna have these picks, and we're gonna just use them because I could have done a modded Madden where it was the actual 2005 picks, but for some reason it wasn't working. So we're just gonna roll with this. It's fine. whatever. It doesn't matter. More picks, the merrier. But let's go through some of the main teams, and let's show you. So we got Brett Favre right here. We got Brett Favre, obviously, with his picture. You can see his in-game portrait. 36 years old in 2005. That's crazy to think that he was 36 in 2005 and he didn't retire till like 2010, 11? Something like that. So he still has like 5-6 years left in his career. Amon Green, Ryan Longwell, Bubba Franks. You got Bubba Franks here. Oh, and I know you saw that. Aaron Rodgers, rookie Aaron Rodgers, 21 years old, 77 overall. Maybe we could try and trade for Aaron Rodgers. I don't know how much they value him, but maybe we get rookie Aaron Rodgers as our quarterback. I don't know. It's tough to think about there. Is it Donald Driver? Yeah, Donald Driver, baby. Old Donald Driver, but still Donald Driver. Bubba Franks. I love me some Bubba Franks. Patriots, Tom Brady, 28 years old, 94 overall. Richard Seymour, one of my favorite teams of all time right here. Matt Light, Vince Wilfork, man, Logan Mankins. Oh, God, this brings back so many memories. Asante Samuel, his kid's actually in the 2021 draft class, I'm pretty sure. Willie McGinnis, Corey Dillon, Rodney Harrison. Oh, such a good team. Panthers got Julius Peppers, Steve Smith, Jordan Gross. Good team, good team. Their quarterback's Delhomme, right? Yeah, Delhomme, baby. Jake Delhomme. Raiders got Randy Moss, straight cash homie. Randy Moss, 99 overall. Charles Woodson, Seabass, Shane Leckler, one of my favorite punters of all time. Warren Sapp, Nnamdi Asomugha. That is not Nnamdi Asomugha. That is not Nnamdi Asomugha. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't know for sure. I'm not 100% sure. You may need to fact check that, but that is not Nnamdi Asomugha. I'm pretty sure I know what he looks like, and he doesn't look like that. Oh, that's funny. Is there anybody else here? Nobody cares. The Rams, Orlando Pace, Torrey Holt, Marshall Faulk, Adam Archuleta, Isaac Bruce, Mark Bolger. Good team, good team. Ed Reed, young Ed Reed, 3-year pro. Chris McAllister. I only remembered Chris McAllister from the NFL Street game because he wore a beanie. And I thought that was pretty cool. So that's how I remember Chris McAllister. Jonathan Ogden, Ray Lewis, Samari Roll, Todd Heap, Terrell Suggs, Jamal Lewis, Deion Sanders, prime time Deion Sanders, baby. This team was loaded with old players. Old players that have passed their prime. That's crazy. Bart Scott's here as well. Who was their quarterback? It was Derek Anderson, rookie Derek Anderson. Wow, okay. Football team, LeVar Arrington, Clinton Portis, Sean Taylor, RIP to him. He was a great free safety. Randy Thomas, Tom Tupa, Sean Springs. Who's their quarterback? Patrick Ramsey with Mark Brunell and Jason Campbell. Rookie Jason Campbell. Maybe we go and take Jason Campbell off their hands. I don't know. Deuce McAllister, man. He used to be a beast running back in the day. With Aaron Brooks, Todd Bowman, and Adrian McPherson. Where did he go to college? Florida State? All right. Whatever. Who do we got? Oh, that was LaCharles Bentley, right? LaCharles Bentley, baby. Center from Ohio State. Let's go. Walter Jones, Sean Alexander, Andre Dyson, Steve Hutchinson, Jamie Sharper, Marcus Trufant, Matt Hasselbeck. Good team, good team. Just disregard this. I don't know why. I noticed this when I was going through the roster. I don't know why Joe Flacco is here. He's 34 years. This is the current day Joe Flacco. I'm not sure why he's here. I'm going to go edit him and make him super old so that he doesn't, if I can. I think I can, right? Can I change his age? Yeah, I can change his age right here. I'm going to make him super old so that he retires within a couple years. And I should probably make him super bad, shouldn't I? I'll do that off camera. But I noticed that going through, I was like, he's not supposed to be here. But his actual rookie form, that's weird to say. His rookie player is in the 2008-9 draft class. So we'll get to Joe Flacco. His time hasn't come yet. So hopefully he retires after this first season. I don't know when he'll retire. Then we've got, not the running backs, then we've got Joey Porter, Troy Polamalu, Casey Hampton, Alan Faneca, Hines Ward, Ben Roethlisberger, one-year pro Ben Roethlisberger, Aaron Smith, the bust Jerome Bettis, James Harrison. Oh, man, this is a good Steelers team. This is a very, very good Steelers team. Then we've got the Texans, Dante Robinson. I don't think I've ever heard of you, to be honest. Andre Johnson, David Carr, who hasn't become a bust yet. Marcus Coleman, Todd Wade. They didn't really have anybody. Nobody really took the Texans serious for a long time. Steve McNair, R.I.P., Keith Bullock, Albert Hainsworth, David Stewart, Kyle Vanden Bosch. Oh, man. Adam Pac-Man Jones as a rookie. Pac-Man is a rookie. That's pretty crazy. And we got Antoine Winfield. His son is actually in the playoffs right now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Antoine Winfield Jr. Good Buckeye. Not his son. Darren Sharper. Dante Culpepper. Napoleon Harris. I haven't heard that name in a while. Nate Burleson. I didn't know you were on the Vikings, to be honest. And then the NFL, we've got to go to the Bears. Brian Urlacher. Olin Kruitz. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Kruitz? I never knew how to pronounce it. Lance Briggs, Charles Peanut Tillman. Peanut Tillman's on the roster, boys. Mushin Muhammad. Nobody really else. Wait, Sexy Rexy's here, right? Sexy Rexy, baby. Rex Grossman and Kyle Orton too. That's a good Bears quarterback room right there. Justin Smith, man. Only real OGs remember Justin Smith from the league, man. He was a beast. Chad Ochocinco, Chad Johnson, Torrey J, Carson Palmer, 2-year pro, TJ Hushmanzada. I used to love getting TJ Hushmanzada in like rebuilds back in the old Maddens and stuff because he was just so good. John Kitna's here as well. I wish they would have got John Kitna's actual face. Because he was funny. Cedric Benson's here. No, he's too young. We got Rudy Johnson though. Chris Perry. Didn't Chris Perry like fall off a truck or something? Am I thinking? Who am I thinking? I don't remember who I'm thinking of. But a running back for the Bengals like passed away because he fell off of a moving truck or something. I can't remember exactly who that was. Correct me if I'm not trying to be insensitive or anything. I just can't remember who it is. Peter Warrick too, man. This is a decent wide receiving core right here. These three. I know it doesn't look like it by their overalls, but in real life, these guys are pretty decent. The Bills, Takeo Spikes, man. Takeo Spikes, Lawyer Malloy, Troy Vincent, who was actually the president of the Players Association, I'm pretty sure. Willis McGahee, Jason Peters, young Jason Peters before he's become a real good left tackle. Anybody decent? Who was their quarterback? J.P. Lossman. J.P. Lossman. Wow. Talk about names that I haven't heard in a while. J.P. Lossman is one of those names. Then you got the Broncos, Champ Bailey, one of the best cornerbacks of all time. Who else is on this team? John Lynch is still here. He's old, though. Jake the Snake Plumber, baby. Jake Plummer here. Jerry Rice is here for some reason. I didn't know he played for the Broncos, to be honest. Hold on, I'm going to go back to the Google machine. Did Jerry Rice play for the Broncos? Jerry Rice. Did you play for the Broncos at the end of your career? He did play for the Broncos. Oh, he was only on the practice squad, or he didn't really make the team, it looks like, because he was super old. But he did play for the Broncos. I had no idea. He's here. 43 years old. Maybe we try and trade for him. Why is Joe Flacco? Why is there so many Joe Flaccos? What is going on? Why are you on the Broncos as well? I didn't know. The Browns. This is when the Browns were bad. So don't expect the Browns to be anything really, unless Madden simulation is just like crazy and makes them really good for some reason. I don't know why. But they shouldn't be anything. They should be down with us, basically. They should have top picks like we're going to have. Unless I trade for amazing people. Then the Buccaneers, Mike Allstott, Rondé Barber, Derek Brooks, Simeon Rice, Booger McFarland, Dexter Jackson, Brian Greasy, old Brian Greasy. Joey Galloway's here. Good team. Cardinals got Kurt Warner, Adrian Wilson, Leonard Davis, Scott Player, Larry Fitzgerald, 1 year pro Larry Fitzgerald, man, out of Pittsburgh. This dude is a freak of nature, man. Anquan Bolden, Darnell Dockett, Carlos Dansby. I didn't know you were that young. Or that old, I should say. Carlos Dansby. Decent team. And then we got what you've all been waiting for. LaDainian Tomlinson, 98 overall. Drew Brees, 91 overall before he hurt his shoulder and went to the Saints. He could have been a Dolphin. Drew Brees could have been a Dolphin. Maybe we try and pull that off. Maybe we try and change history and trade for Drew Brees. I don't know if it's possible, but maybe we try. That's the thing to think about. Antonio Gates, oh, the big three is here. The big three is here before Phillip Rivers, right? Rookie or young Phillip Rivers. He hasn't taken over yet. All right. Then we've got Lorenzo Neal, Sean Merriam. Sean Merriman, lights out. Lights out. That's what he did. He did that. Flipping the switch, you know. You know. Then we got Vincent Jackson. Oh, they had a good rookie class. They picked up Sean Merriman and Vincent Jackson in the same rookie class. No wonder this team was pretty good in the 2000s. The Chiefs, Tony Gonzalez, Patrick Surtain, who his son is actually in the draft class. Will Shields, Willie Rofe, Priest Holmes, Sammy Knight, Trent Green. The Chiefs were never really, Larry Johnson, the Chiefs were never really good. I know that a lot of the people now know that the Chiefs are good because they got Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill and all these guys. The Chiefs back in the day were never that good until they got Alex Smith and like the mid 2010s, like 2013, 14, around there, 15. They were pretty bad previously. They had some good runs here and there, but they weren't always that good. Peyton Manning with his huge giant billboard forehead. Dwight Freeney, Marvin Harrison, Jeff Saturday. How did this team only win one Super Bowl? I have no idea. I'll never know. Reggie Wayne, Robert Mathis, Edgerrin James, Bob Sanders. God, this team had so many people. Dallas Clark. Wow, I do not know how this team won one Super Bowl. Jim Sorgi, the legend himself, the GOAT. Jim Sorgi, man. Before Nathan Peterman, there was Jim Sorgi. Then we've got, oh, they don't have, what's his face? I can't think of his name. They didn't really have any other wide receivers besides Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison. There's a reason why Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne are like tops of the catching and the receiving stats in the all-time, because they didn't really have anybody else to throw to. Dallas Clark, Ben Hartsock, baby, Buckeye right there. Decent team. The Cowboys, Jason Witten, Roy Williams, Aaron Glenn, Keyshawn Johnson, Larry Allen. I'm surprised he doesn't have his face. Larry Allen, Drew Bledsoe, Terrence Newman. Tony here? Tony Romo, baby. There he is. You know it. You love to see it. Tony Romo, baby. Drew Henson as well. Drew Henson. Oh, my God. The man that everybody thought was so much better. Oh, Drew Henson. You love to see it. You love to see it. And then we're back to the Dolphins. Oh, wait. Forgot the rest of it. Forgot a few teams. T.O. on the Eagles. Donovan McNabb. Brian Dawkins. Brian Westbrook. Oh, this is some good people right here. These are some... Whew. Eagles had some decent players. David Akers is here as well. Michael Vick. 92 overall, 95 speed, 94 acceleration. Whew. Bro, let's just be real for a second. 2004 Michael Vick is the greatest sports character ever in a video game. Ever. Like, facts. Hunter P. Straight facts. Nobody has ever beaten Michael Vick 2004. There's I would argue, Bo Jackson from Techno Bowl, I would argue Michael Vick is better than Bo Jackson in that game. If you put them side by... Michael Vick could not be tackled, bro. Oh, my God. I have so many bad memories from playing against Michael Vick. Well, my brother always used to be Michael Vick. And since I was the younger brother, I could never be Michael Vick. So I used to have to try and tackle Michael Vick. It was impossible. He would start at, like... He would get down to like, my goal line. He would snap the ball, run backwards the opposite way with Michael Vick, go to his end zone, like to the 1 yard line, and then try and score a touchdown like that. And he would score because Michael Vick was a glitch. He was broken in that game, and it was so annoying. But I have a feeling that Michael Vick's not going to be like that in this game because Madden's a little bit different now than it was back in 2005. But, oh, man, I got so many bad memories about Michael Vick in that 2004 game. But he's here. They didn't really have anybody else. Nobody really else. Warwick Dunn, TJ Duckett, they were better when they were younger. Roddy White, though, rookie Roddy White is pretty interesting. And Michael Jenkins, too. So Roddy White hasn't become the amazing wide receiver that he turns out to be. As we all know, he turns out to be. Algie Crumpler, I haven't heard that name in a while. But Michael Vick, bro. Julian Peterson on the 49ers. Andre Carter. Andy Lee. There's Alex Smith, rookie, out of Utah. 49ers never really were that good anyway. Ken Dorsey? Ken Dorsey, baby. Frank Gore, rookie Frank Gore. This man is still in the league. That's crazy. There's only a few players. Brady, Breeze, Frank Gore. I don't think there's anybody else. I'm not 100% sure. But I don't think anybody else is still in the league. Frank Gore is still in the league. Maybe we try and trade for Frank Gore. They didn't really have any wide receivers. Oh, PJ Fleck. There you go, Minnesota fans. PJ Fleck, baby. PJ Fleck and the Fleck Tones. Roll your boat. Giants. Sean Williams, Jeremy Shockey, Michael Strahan with the gap in the teeth, man. Will Allen, Tiki Barber, Eli Manning, Usei Umenyiora. I used to watch Osei Umenyiora. I got a first-hand look at this man back in the first Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Giants. This man was unstoppable, bro. He was so good, and I didn't know why. Like, I don't know why he had to be so good. And then we've got Plaxico Burress. This man shot himself in his own foot. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know about Plaxico Burress, man. He shot himself in his own foot. And we got Amari Toomer. These guys used to have a decent wide receiver core. Yeah, Plaxico, Amari Toomer, David Tyree. I hate your guts so much. I will never trade for you in any franchise ever because I just despise you as a player, not as a person, but as a player. Vasante Shanko. Or Shanko. I never really knew how to pronounce that name, but you're there. Who was their running backs? Brandon Jacobs. You guys remember Brandon Jacobs? I know you don't. You're too young. Jesse Palmer. Tim Hasselback. Jesse Palmer, bro. The Jaguars. They're still as bad as they were. As bad as they are now, they're still that bad in 2005. That's not good. John Henderson, Fred Taylor, they had some decent pieces, but really never put it together. Rashawn Mathis, I don't know where I put the son in there. Jimmy Smith, Marcellus Wiley, Byron Leftwich, who's actually the offensive coordinator for the Buccaneers now. David Gerard, Reggie Williams, nobody. Ugh. That is our team. And the Jets. Wait, how many more people do we have? Lions to go. Okay. The Jets. John Abraham, Curtis Martin, Ty Law, after he's already left the Patriots, Kevin Maui. I never really knew how to pronounce your name either. Kevin Maui? I don't know. Pete Kendall, Chad Pennington, man. This guy's throwing arm was the weakest arm I've ever seen in my life. Not by how he could throw it, but just by, like, fragile. Or brittle. It always broke. He always broke his arm or his collarbone or something. He was so fragile. Jonathan Vilma. Nobody else. Mike Nugent. Awesome. I love Mike Nugent. Is that Jay Fiedler? No way. Jay Fiedler, bro. Oh, these names are crazy. Damian Woody. Jeff Garcia. Sean Rogers. R.W. McQuarters. You guys have no idea. I guarantee you have no idea who R.W. McQuarters is. That is a name that I thought I would never hear again. Fernando Bryant, Roy Williams. I like just going back and seeing all the names, just blast from the past. Joey Harrington. Everybody thought this man was going to be the next huge, big thing in the quarterbacking world, but he was a total bust. Poor guy. Anybody else of note? Not really. And then we get back to the Packers. So that is the rosters. I know it's a little bit of a long video, but I wanted to show you guys every roster and go through. It's more of a nostalgia tour for me. But that's why this video is not going to be a gameplay video, because it's already too long. But I do want to say one more thing before we wrap up. I want to just explain a little bit more of what this series is. I don't know if I'm just going to recap, basically. So basically what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to, now that you've seen all the rosters and stuff, I'm going to simulate to week 3, because week 3 is when I can import the draft class. And then the next episode will start maybe in week 3. I don't know yet. I haven't really decided yet. But it will start around week 3. Probably week 3, because then I'll show you guys the draft class, and if I have any... and then maybe we'll play a game. I don't know who we play. I can't see because we're Patriots and Bills are still there. I can't remember who they played in real life because this is the real life schedule. So we'll start with week 3. I'll show you guys the draft class, the 2006 draft class, who has like Vince Young and Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart, those type of guys in that draft class. And then we'll go from there. It's not going to be a long trip through the seasons. We're going to... Episode 3 might very well be the off season. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll show you guys some highlights throughout the season, but episode 3 might be the 2005 off season, or 2005 off season into the 2006 season. So it's going to be rapid fire. It's going to be fast paced. I hope you guys are along for the ride, because I have big plans for this. It's going to be interesting as we get closer to more real life and to more current events. Like if we get to the Julio Jones draft class, or the Aaron Donald draft class, or the Derrick Henry, I forgot his name for a second, Derrick Henry draft. Those draft classes are going to be big, because everybody's going to know everybody in that draft. But these more... these lesser-known draft classes, because they're older, people may have forgotten some of the people that were in this draft class, so it's going to be nice to go back and go through and see who was in these draft classes. And once again, this is not going to be a realistic rebuild. This is by no means realistic, so if I want to go and draft Reggie Bush at the number 1 pick, I can draft Reggie Bush at the number 1 pick, because it's not going to be realistic at all. I'm not going to draft the Dolphins, the players the Dolphins drafted in real life, so... If that upsets you, I'm sorry, but that doesn't seem really fun to me. So I thought it would be interesting to kind of change the history a little bit. So I hope you guys do understand. If you do, make sure to smash that like button if you're going to enjoy this video, because I know you have enjoyed it, because it's been really fun just looking back in the time machine and going into the 2005 roster and seeing what's going on. But make sure to hit that like button, hit the notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!